What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's take a updated look at what's going on in Iraq. Something interesting. I found another article that's not being mentioned in the main article. But man, look at those $100 bills. They look good, don't they? For now, they got some kind of value. Some. So you know what you do with these bills? You take them and do what? Get rid of this crappy, not a worthless piece of paper and trade it in for real money. Silver and gold, you guys. Ever think about having real money in your possession and doing away with this fake ass crap? Excuse my terms. Then check out our friends over at Money Metals Exchange. The link is down below in the description. If you're a first time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you'll get a free ½ ounce of silver. You guys, some of you are asking for my address. There it is. Just pause and write her down. You guys know I got this new platform called Pimpy's News Network, so come hang with me over here. Again, once you get signed up, it's only $3 minimum. There's options to pay for more, but that's because all proceeds go to Finding Life's Purpose Foundation. You can see the videos on here. There's some stuff on here you guys need to check out. I'm telling you, this right here, dealing with the Runa. Also this news, getting updated. And this is big as well. Some of you asking about Shadowgate. There it is. There's Jay in April. And here you go. Hollywood and what? Yeah. You should probably check out some of these videos. It's a little concerning. Anyways, let's get on over here. Here is the update. The American Report talks about the path to the new Iraq and presents Washington with a plan to win it. Good. That's what we want. A nearly decade of attempts, the U.S. House of Representatives voted to repeal the 2002 authorization for the use of military force that authorized the declaration of war on Iraq. For some, the cancellation would fulfill a long-awaited desire to reduce commitments to Iraq, which they see as a lost cause. A lost cause? What are you talking about? We went over there, we destabilized it, and they seem to be just getting their ducks in a row now. Just stand back, let them do what they need to do, and take the training wheels off that bike and let them ride on their own, but don't disappear altogether. For others, it'll be a final nail in the coffin of an effort to transform Iraq into a functioning and prosperous democracy. Wow. Wow, talk about some negative stuff. I think they're doing pretty good now. A report by Foreign Policy Magazines follows National News Center believes that the United States is the only one capable of transforming Iraq into the new Iraq. Wow. That's awfully arrogant. Stressing that Washington can rely on the Iraqis to bear their burdens themselves and achieve this. Yeah, they can. They seem to be doing it. Now, don't get me wrong, Al-Qademi, I think, had some great support from the surrounding Arab nations as well as Trump. But they didn't disappear outside of Trump. He'll be back soon. Oh, did I say that out loud? A report indicated that the repealed law is no longer relevant to Washington's required work in Iraq. And it is likely that any necessary U.S. military operations will fall within the framework of the U.S. Military Command Act of 2001 to combat Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and related groups, as they should, considering it was 44's administration that funded, armed, and trained these groups of people. The Biden administration insists that it will not repeat any of the foreign policy mistakes made by its predecessor. It didn't make any mistakes. It brought peace. This guy nailed 9 terrorist leaders. Did you ever talk about it? No. He had peace in the Middle East. He was on the brink of it. So if you say you're not going to make any mistakes, yeah, don't. How? Even Kissinger said don't screw with Trump's policies. What's that tell you? That's pretty scary, actually. Mistake of his predecessors, especially in the file of the unilateral withdrawal from Iraq in 2011, which resulted in an emergence of ISIS. Okay, to that administration, my bad, I spoke too soon. But this time, Biden's national security team has already taken some important steps to cooperate closely with Baghdad, such as Biden's call with the Prime Minister and the Iraq strategic dialogue in Washington, just the beginning. It's very interesting watching what Biden is doing in the Middle East. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It looks and appears decent so far. So far, he hasn't managed to mess that up outside of, I don't know, starting to remove sanctions and restrictions away from Iran. Maybe he's getting out of the way so that Iran can start going back to doing what they're doing. I'm not quite sure, but let's keep an eye on them. All we know is that recently there's been a slew of some pretty good news coming out of Iraq, and we like it. Stability, missile attacks down, United States getting out of there. The dollar continues to decline against the Iraqi Dinar. These are all baby steps going in the right direction. Now, I know some of you guys want faster, bigger steps. I get that. But wouldn't you rather have them going in the right direction at a slow pace better than going backwards at a fast pace? I knew that you would. The magazine considers these are good steps, but they are just the beginning. It stressed that winning the long game in Iraq requires building American influence to weaken Iran in Iraq as much as possible, to increase the cost of Iranian intervention, which in the end makes it difficult to resist Iraq and America's efforts to repel Iranian rule. Well, that remains to be seen. We'll keep an eye on it. So that pretty much is the strategy. Economic relations, we know pretty much like all the other nations. What could they do? What kind of trades? How can we help each other's economies? What can we do to secure the nation, to make sure that their sovereignty is protected? So talk about restoring your sovereignty with the United States getting out of there. That really does make Iraq pretty much on their own. Remember, in order to be a sovereign nation, you cannot be getting any kind of assistance in this manner. Now, we talk about them all the time saying, hey, respect our sovereignty. We get it, but were they really sovereign? You look up the definition of sovereignty. So, we are going to see how they do without the military presence there of the United States. I'm hoping, nope, I know, I have faith. As long as Al-Qadimi's in there, they're going to do the right thing to kick Tukis. For those who don't know what Tukis is, because people say, you say that all the time, what does it mean? It means ass, Tukis. Anyways, on this particular website, that was the only update. But there's other information I'm surprised is not on here. Basra light crude jumps up to $76 a barrel. We all know what that means. Keep on keeping on. As long as the price of oil continues to rise, this benefits Iraq in a big way. Gives them a surplus in their budget, allowing them to continue to build the private sector, which is exactly what we want. So the dollar price dropped in southern Iraq despite the stock market halt. Again, look, it continues to drop. The exchange rate of the dollar in South fell today to 1,477 dinars for every $1. Now keep in mind, when they redid the rate, it was 1,450 dinars. So we're still a little behind, but catching up. It's getting there. I love the fact that it's moving in the right direction. It continues to do so every day. Reporters stated that the dollar exchange rate in the southern and central Baghdad governorates decreased to 1,477 for every $1, while the purchase price was 1,473. And the Iraq Stock Exchange witnessed during the past days fluctuations in the exchange rate of the dollar in selling in the Iraq province between snuff and decline. So it's not just in Iraq that the dollar is declining, it's here in the United States. Remember, I said this and somebody said in the comments, the dollar has nothing to do with, yes, it does. I told you, if the dollar, the US dollar goes down, what's that do to the other currencies that are up against it around the world? As long as they continue to do good, they will go up against as far as strength is concerned. You see, Iraq's kind of starting from scratch almost, if you think about it. They really don't got no way to go but up. Meanwhile, the United States dollar is losing its value, the purchasing power. As countries around the world start cashing in their bonds, refusing to use the US dollar anymore and going back to gold-backed currencies, well, that only weakens the dollar as they continue to try to get away from the US dollar as the reserve dollar and get away from using it as the petrodollar. So very interesting, but all this is good news going in the right direction for Iraq and their people. I'm really happy for them. I really am. So anyways, the gold, as we know, rose up sharply. I'll also throw it in there since it's there, because wouldn't you like to have these dang bars? Gold rose on Friday, hitting in for its first weekly gain in 4 weeks, supported by a weak performance of the dollar. What? A weak performance of the dollar? Yes, that's what we want. While investors awaited data that could shed more light on the picture of inflation in the United States, mixed signals from U.S. Federal Reserve officials about the path of the interest rate led to a gold price to drop 6% last week. Yeah, when they went around and told everybody they plan on not raising interest rates for 2 years, I don't know how they're going to do this. Inflation continues to climb. The dollar continues to get weak. The debt continues to accumulate. People are still out of work. Sounds like a bunch of trouble to me. Oh, wait, there is a solution. I can hear you guys now going, increase the rate of the dinar. Then we can get our money and go out and spend it. Yeah, that or revalue gold and silver to their proper values. And the same people could do that as well. So anyways, that's it, you guys, for now. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a quick update. We like this. We like it a lot. The fact that oil, back up there 76. I was thinking it'd be about $80 come summertime, which is here now. I still think it's going to hit $100 by the end of the year, barring any new so-called virus, by the way, it's sneaking up on us. So we'll see where it goes from there. But like I said, if I don't mind saying so one more time, you guys take that money, that fiat currency, and flip it into real money, gold and silver. And when you do, go to Money Metals. That's it for now. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.